Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and we got Lou in here. He's going to help me out with the intro as per usual, or sometimes. So he's here for a minute. What's up? This is Lou's. And I'm going to be playing some more Blue Red Delver today. And I hope y'all aren't getting sick of this Blue Red Delver deck because I'm having so much fun playing it. I just want to keep playing it. So I'm stoked for this league. And I just want to keep improving the deck. And I've made some changes here. Let me shout out my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. Go check out the other leagues of this deck on the channel because they've been great. We've been absolutely crushing it. It's been so much fun. And let me also say that this is entirely my brother's brew. So I've recorded some of the leagues with him and we're talking back and forth. So that's really cool if you want to check those out. Again, youtube.com/snapbolt. If you like the content, please subscribe down below. There's a link to do that. You can ring the bell, know when the new videos come out. And you can always comment and I always respond to all the comments. So feel free to comment, let me know. All that helps me out. I appreciate that. Okay, so this is just a blue-red Delver deck. I've gone over some detailed deck techs with Dan in the previous video, so check those out. I'm not going to do that here because I want to just get right into some games. And I'm just going to go over quickly the changes I've made since the last video and quickly go over the deck. So it's just Delver, DRC, and Murktide as your basic threats. And then you're not playing Counterspell because you're trying to tap out. So you're playing Iteration for card advantage, Bolt, Unholy Heat, and then you're protecting yourself with Force of Negation and Subtlety. So the changes I've made since the last time are very minimal. I just cut the Fire Eyes. We were playing one Fire Eyes, and I added the fourth Force of Negation. So we have 6 free spells now, which is a lot, but I think it's good in this deck because you're not too worried about card advantage. You're more just concerned with, killing them and protecting your Delver, your Murktide. But then we made some pretty big changes to the sideboard. Cut all 4. What's that card called? God, I'm blanking on the name. The 2 mana destroy a land. They get to search for a basic draw card. And we replaced that with 2 Blood Moons and 2 Aether Gusts. So Aether Gust should help against Titan a lot, as well as Blood Moon. I think this just might be the better way to go. So again, playing Blood Moon, playing Aether Gust. Looks like he's about done, so we should get his payment for helping with the intro, but then we're going to get right into some games. Hey, Luz, do you want to go get a treat for payment for the intro? Come on, let's go. Let's go get a treat. And then I'll be back, as usual, for round 1. See you there. All right, welcome to round 1. We're against Luris Companion. No idea why it's over here. That's weird. And let's see. I haven't even looked at this hand yet. This hand is pretty bad. Yes, we have a Force of Negation and a Thought Scour and a bunch of redraws. I think I'm going to keep. The problem is we're against a Luris deck. So we don't have like really any interaction for their early stuff. All we have is just redraws and a Force. Just wondering if I should keep this. Could just mulligan, try for something better. Because right now, all we're going to get to do is going to get to bobble ourselves, see if we want it. But then we even have Thought Scour, which is awkward with that line. It's just, I'm just going to mulligan. Just try for something better with the turn 1 play. All right, this is a lot better. Let's keep. I was going to say I can put back Flooded Strand, but I could even just put back Island because then I can always just fetch with the Flooded Strand to put a land in the graveyard for Delirium. So I think I'm just putting back Island here. Okay. This looks a lot better though. I'm glad I mulliganed. If they thought sees me, it's bad, but okay, it doesn't look like that's happening. I could just shock Delver. But I think just fetch Island Delver is going to be fine here. Okay. Our Delver's probably just going to die. I can't Force of Negation something on my turn, so if they just Lightning Bolt this or Unholy Heat it, it is what it is. Fatal Push. So this is probably some type of Shadow deck if I had to guess. Shadow with Luris, so no Street Wraith. If they shock here, it seems even more likely. I guess they could be Dothy Voidwalker plus Shadow. So they could just have Counterspell here. I think I'm just going to play a Serum Visions before playing a land. I could just shock and Steam Vents play around stub. Unholy Heat does seem pretty good. Can potentially kill shadows. Not that close to turning it on. I might just want threats actually. Just gonna bottom. Pass the turn. Leave up Lightning Bolt. They probably have Counterspell. Oh, it's rogues. I see. Okay. I'm just gonna bolt this now. Okay, well, milling us is actually good for us. We mill Force of Negation Steam Vents, so we have Delirium turned on. Just bolt this now. Okay. So it's rogues with Luris, and they don't have a third land. That's good for me. Just lead on iteration, probably get countered. Then we have another one. I could have just passed with Force of Negation up, but I don't love that. At least this takes their whole turn. Play Flooded Strand, pass. I really don't want to force anything if I don't have to. Dothy Voidwalker. Let's just fetch now to put another card in the yard before Voidwalker comes down. And then I can iteration into a removal spell for that, hopefully. Nice. DRC is great. I guess I can play DRC first, especially because I have a land and I get to surveil a back card away with iteration. Let's just do that. It's just good value. So I get to surveil. It's an Unholy Heat. I want that. Double Unholy Heat. So I think I'm going to go Unholy Heat to hand. Oh no. My third Steam Vents is gone. Wow, I got wrecked. I didn't check that till right now. That sucks. And I only have I need to double check this. Let's see. I think I only have 3 Steam Vents. Wow, I got wrecked. And my Pluto Delta cannot get Mountain. Oh, that sucks. What are the chances that that got milled? I just wasn't paying close enough attention. I could have not let on DRC then to play around that. Okay, well, now I just have to take on Holy Heat to hand and then play a Spire Bluff Canal. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose out on value. Okay, it sucks. Now if they go like, I guess they're not going to sacrifice this almost certainly to play an Unholy Heat because they don't even have Delirium. It can't kill this. Yeah, so they just hit for 3. It might not be the end of the world, but it does suck because I didn't get to take both of those Unholy Heats. Now they have Thoughtseize. Oh god, it sucks. So this is a rogue, so that's pretty cool. And they know about this Force of Negation now, as well as this Delta. I feel like I'm just getting kind of wrecked. It's kind of weird though, because this, if you play it too early, it's going to turn off the rogues that need a bunch of cards in the graveyard, because this exiles the graveyard, so it's kind of a nombo. But I guess if they hit with a rogue, they can get a card and then cast it with this, right? So that's something. Still going to be a close race here. I just really need a Murktide. That sucks. I felt like I just got punished when this got milled and I didn't notice it. So this mills. They can sack this to cast cards, but they probably don't want to sack their 4/2 unblockable. Okay. So I have no fetchable lands with this. Oh, I have an island. Do I want to go down to 6? Probably. I don't know if that matters. I need removal anyway. I get to surveil. It's a bobble bottom. They can also just lightning bolt me with this. I drew another Serum Visions. So let's go. Wonder if I want this DRC. Is that good enough? I think no. It's graveyard, graveyard. Cast another Serum Visions. Surveil again. I mean, I guess graveyard, right? I guess this is just gives me more looks on the Serum Visions with the Surveil. So I think I'm going to top actually. Then I draw the Thought Scour. There's a Murktide. I just don't know if this, it's just not going to be enough, right? I'm at 6. I have a 4-2 unblockable, and this has to attack. What if I draw the Channeler, play it, then they can't really attack with Windrobber or Thought Thief, and then maybe I can set up a win? I mean, I guess if I just play a big Murktide, that could somehow do it. Let's go bottom, top, then Thought Scour them. Then top the Murktide, play it. Oh, this doesn't even do it because then I'm taking exactly lethal because I fetched. So I just fucked up this game for sure. Well, I messed up. Because if I block one, I still take lethal. Alright. I probably could have won that game if I just didn't play Channeler before. I just thought this could get a red source, and then that was the fun. Because if I had gone iteration, kill Voidwalker, this game would have been completely different. Ah, it sucked. That was really bad. Alright, Mystical Disputes are good. Fury seems like it could be pretty good too, because I can easily 2-for-1 them with a Fury. I think Force of Negation is actually not good, along with Subtlety. I think I'd rather just actually have a clunky counterspell, and just not 2-for-1 myself in this Thoughtseize blue counterspell matchup. I like this. I'm still bringing in a couple free spells, and then I have a bunch of hard counterspells rather than these pitch counterspells. Let's just try this. Again, if I had just realized that that Delta was not a red source, I think I could have won that game. All right. I was about to snap keep this, but I'm not sure if I should. Triple Murktide is pretty rough. I think I'm going to keep because they even mill me sometimes. And this seems like the card I want. It's also, its hand's decent against Thoughtseize. Like, if they mill me at all, it could be rough for them. Thoughtseize. Okay, well, they take counter. And they cannot really mill me. Otherwise, I get to start casting these. All right, let's go Serum Visions, Surveil. Don't think I need land, actually. I can just graveyard this. It does make me closer to casting these Murktides, though. I think I'm just going to graveyard it. And then I draw a random card. It's a Thought Scour, which is great. And then let's go bottom the Murktide since I have 3 more. And top the Channeler. I'm not going to be able to Thought Scour myself with the Channeler on top. I guess I'm just going to bottom it because I want to Thought Scour myself to start regenting. So let's just bottom because I want to go shock. I guess I'm going to Thought Scour myself right now just so this doesn't get countered. And I can also turn this on. I should have just milled the DRC actually as well to turn on Delirium, but hopefully I just hit Delirium anyway. Maybe not. Maybe this is better because I get more spells into the yard and I hit Delirium regardless on the bobble. So this is actually really good. Okay. And then I can just play a Murktide next turn. And they don't have counterspell up. Okay. They just play this. It's like a lord basically. 2 mana, 1/1 flying. Each other rogue creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. When every creature with a +1/+1 counter deals damage to a player, they discard a card. Lightning Bolt. I can just bolt this plus play Delver right now, or I can just play like a pretty big Murktide. See, I have 7 cards in Yard, so I'd have to go down to 2. I kind of like Bolt plus Delver because that makes all their future rogues worse. I'm just going to do it. And I get to Surveil. Nice. This is just so good that I think I want to top it. Even though it's not a land, and I don't get to put more spells in the yard. I think it's worth. I flip Delver. I get an iteration for after I start casting Murktides. Just seems great. I'm just seeming like I'm in a great position this time. I know I could have played a Murktide and that would have been great, but I think this is good too. I get to flip my Delver now. And if they have to shock down to 10, it's kind of rough. They just concede, yeah. Murktide is just great in this matchup. That's why I kept the hand. All right. Do I want any type of either like subtleties or force of negation on the draw? I don't think so. I think I want to just rely on my 8 removal spells. Again, punted around game 1, but hopefully we can just win this one. Crypt is interesting to even crypt myself potentially with a Murktide out if they're milling me a lot, but I don't love it. It's just jam. Could also get them with a Blood Moon, because they probably need to fetch shock a lot of times too. They have pretty strict mana requirements themselves. Yep. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this hand's... No, this hand's got to be good enough, because I have DRC into double bobble. I guess they can Thoughtseize me, but I'm just going to keep. You want to keep these hands with a lot of gas in these matchups too, I think, especially in a Thoughtseize matchup. I know if they Thoughtseize me, it's rough, but looks like they didn't. DRC plus Bobble is just such a good combo because I'm getting to scry 1 with my 1-drop and put more cards in the graveyard. Just so good. Let's just Bobble again, try to hit lands. We need to graveyard. Okay. And then I don't have any forces or anything. I might as well just Bobble on their end step. So I get to draw 3 cards, 1 for my turn and 1 for each of these bobbles coming up. So I'm still likely to hit a land. Okay, let's just pass. They probably just fetch a tapped water grave here. They were on the mulligan, so if all they have is like a... Oh, they have a Fatal Push. Oh, Cling to Dust and Murktide. Why are they hitting... Oh, Murktide to try to turn this off? Why don't they want to draw a card? They'd rather gain 3 life? What? I don't understand. I mean, I'm fine with it. Wouldn't they rather draw a card than gain 3? That makes no sense to me. Oh, they're gonna Dothy Voidwalker and then cast the Murktide without paying its mana cost? But then it's just a 3/3 flying. Thoughtseize me? This is also why I'm cracking Bobble on their turn to play around Thoughtseize. I mean, yeah, this resolves. I just don't get this. They can take Bolt. I'm so far off casting this counterspell. Delver, sure. Another Thoughtseize. Thieves Guild Enforcer right now. Mill me for 2. I mean, I can't. I'm just going to let this happen. Delver, Bobble. Okay, those were not lands. So let's just Bobble them. Then I could Bobble myself, but doesn't matter. It's a Dothy Voidwalker on top. I have 3 card types, but I have no instant, so I can bolt this, turn this on. Land? No land. Okay. Oh, I could have bolted on upkeep to Surveil. That would have been the play. Damn. Graveyard. Jeez. Just missing on lands pretty badly here. We're still in this game. We know they're drawing a Dothy Voidwalker. But if I draw a fetch land at any point, it might just be fine. Yep, here's Voidwalker, sure. Wow. Alright. Let's just do this now. Surveil looking for lands. There it is, top. And my Unholy Heat does get exiled. Interesting. And just DRC going to town. This card I think might be better than... I think it might just be better than Monkey overall. People are just really stoked on Monkey. I am too, but I think this might just be better than Ragaman. They shock. Do they have a Planeswalker or something? Like a Jace? Oh, they just take Lurrus into their hand. And they shocked because they have a play? Alright. So I'm probably going... I can fetch Shock, but do I need to? I mean, I can just fetch Island. And then just go Serum Visions. I do need a removal spell for their Lurrus. Thought Scour can go Graveyard. I'm just tight on blue mana. It's not what I need. I draw a Delver. There's an Unholy and a Spirebluff Canal. So these are good. So I want to just draw Spirebluff Canal first, because I can just Thought Scour them and then draw the Unholy Heat. I guess that's a little bit greedy. I might as well draw the Unholy Heat first, just in case my Thought Scour or something gets countered. So let's go top, top. And I'm going to want to top both of those anyway, so I'm not going to surveil any to the graveyard. Oh, Thieves Guild Enforcer. To trade? This doesn't have flying. Oh, they're milling my top cards? That's annoying. And then they can go Lurrus into Thieves Guild Enforcer. I'm actually relatively close to killing them as well, though. So I'm drawing a random card. I can deploy a Delver. Dauthi Voidwalker instead of Lurrus. Why? Why didn't they just cast Lurrus into Thieves Guild Enforcer? That makes no sense. Don't they want a 3/2 lifelink? Yeah, I can take 3 here, sure. I don't understand. Opponent's playing really weird here. Oh, that's a good draw. Nice. So now I can just play 2 threats here. We know they have a Lurrus in hand. Yeah, I don't get it. Now they're in trouble. I know this Delver's not guaranteed to flip, but they're dead just to the DRCs right now. I guess they can escape a Cling to Dust to gain 3, and then if my Delver doesn't flip, they could stay back to block. But that's not a good line if they have to do that. This deck just does kill pretty quick with these 1-drops. This Lurrus? Yeah, Lurrus into Thieves Guild? They're just dead on board to that. What? I mean, oh, they're trying to hit a card and then cast it. Okay, so they can sack Voidwalker, okay, to kill one of my DRCs and then hope the Delver doesn't flip. So they're going to probably cast Unholy Heat here. I guess they can, yeah, they're casting a Murktide. Okay. I'm going to get to Thought Scour. Yeah. I'm going to Thought Scour on my upkeep to try to set up a Delver flip with these Surveils. So I'm going to Thought Scour them on upkeep. So Thought Scour you. Try to set this up with double Surveil. Oh, I guess I have to draw a card, so this doesn't work at all. But I can try to draw like a Bolt or something. So just Graveyard. I could keep this on top in order to iteration. I think that's actually worth. And then just draw it with Thought Scour. Sure. I can still flip Delver. It's a Fury. No. But I can just now kill the Murktide with a Fury. Oops. Try to click on this. Evoke Fury. Just deal 4 to the Murktide. I'm surprised that... Did they not have Delirium? I'm not even sure. I'm not even going to check. Just going to attack with these Dragon Rage. Okay, nice. I think opponents should have cast the Lurrus the turn they cast the Voidwalker. I mean, I guess they were trying to set up like mill into Voidwalker activation, but a 3/2 lifelink may have just been enough there. That was a pretty awkward draw from us, missing a bunch of land drops, but it just ended up not mattering. This deck is really strong. I misplayed game 1, but able to get the match win. Nice. See you in round 2. All right, welcome to round 2. We're 1-0. We beat the Rogues player, and this hand looks great. DRC plus Serum Visions is such a nice combo. It's like you almost get like an upgraded Preordain. You get a card that changes from 1 mana draw scry 2 to 1 mana surveil 1 draw a card then scry 2. So good. Again, I think people also underestimate just, yeah, it's a 1 mana 3/3 flying that has to attack, but that's not even the good part of the card. The good part is 1 mana 1/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell surveil 1, that is really where it's at. Okay, so I can just shock the Steam Vents, or I can fetch shock right now. I don't hate just fetch shocking, honestly. No companion from our opponent. I do have a subtlety here, but I doubt I'm going to use it. Temple Garden, Birds of Paradise. Yeah, I don't want to subtlety that. Can maybe find a bolt, and there it is. Nice. So I can probably turn on Delirium here. I'm going to go Island, Serum Visions. I get to Surveil, and then Bolt, I get to Surveil again. Force of Negation. I think I want to bottom that. This is probably Heliod. So let's just graveyard the Force of Negation. It's also good to turn this on. Land, and there's an Unholy Heat, which is also really good. So let's just bottom both of these lands. And then I guess I'm going to keep the Unholy Heat in hand. I get to Surveil again, just broken. It's top a 8/8 flying. Oh, I guess I could have turned it on. I mean, I could have turned on DRC by graveyarding that Murktide, but for some reason I just didn't realize the Force of Negation was the instant that was already in there. So I still like topping the Murktide there. Viridian Longbow. Okay, so it's that combo. So they have Stoneforge Mystic and stuff as well. They don't have another land though. Okay, they're in trouble. So I can lead on Serum Visions to make this Murktide even bigger. So let's just do that, because I can still cast this Murktide here. I think I want to just graveyard this. And there's a Spire Bluff as well. I think I want to top the Thought Scour, so let's go bottom, top, and then go Spire Bluff. I don't have Delirium right now, so there's no reason to try to like attack with this first. I can just play this, then attack. I'm just gonna make this an 8/8. And then I have an Unholy Heat and a Subtlety that I cannot evoke quite yet, but I have a 2-turn clock just with this Murktide, and they're on 1 mana. So it's looking rough for them. I mean, just the fact that I have another removal spell here, and I'm drawing a Thought Scour, I can likely turn on this DRC next turn. Yeah. Murktide just too big. Okay. So they're just the Stoneforge Mystic combo with... Did they have that untapped creature probably? It's like hybrid blue-white, 2/2, and it has an ability of like... What is the combo? I forget exactly what it is, but it's just a creature-based combo, obviously. All right, Aether Gust is probably good. Fury is fantastic here, and Force of Negation is bad. Just go like this. Yeah, I think this is pretty straightforward. It's again, it's just a green-white creature combo deck with Stoneforge Mystic and equipment. I don't know if I want Chattering Spree. It's not bad against Stoneforge because a lot of times they can just also get Batterskull, and it's nice to have an answer to that. But I can just ignore that too. I think I want these because I can also just again kill their equipment to stop them from comboing if they don't have it right away, and I can just kill Batterskull in order to win the game that way. So they could have like Rest in Peace and stuff. I could side out one Murktide. I definitely like Subtlety. I like all my removal spells. Why don't I just bring in one copy of Shattering Spree, and if I want another one for game 3, I can do that. I can side out one copy of Serum Visions, I can side out one copy of Delver, or I can get less greedy and side out one copy of Murktide. Greed is good, right? Let's go. All right. I mean, this hand has too many lands, but the spells are good. Are they gonna Giver of Ruins here? I'm just gonna lead on Channeler. I can just kill this later. Okay, now I'm gonna lead on Delver to get as many opportunities to flip as possible. I think Delver is better than Monkey in this deck too because the flying is massive. As we can see here, like the ground often gets gummed up, but it's also a blue card for Force, which is pretty massive. All right, Fury one time. I guess I have to kill this first anyway. All right, flip one time. Spire Bluff Canal. Okay. Let's go Spire Bluff, DRC, and just. Do I even care about the Giver? Never flips for me either. It'll flip for me. It'll flip. It'll flip. Um, I'm just thinking if I should bolt Giver or just not care about Giver. The thing is, I guess I have to bolt Giver because I can't bolt this. So I guess I'm gonna bolt right now because then I can just attack for one with Delver. Opponent says it's always like I need to bin it for Channeler or draw it off the Serum Visions. Well, it's good. It works well for me. And I'm going to top this Fury even though it doesn't flip this. Or I guess I can't because I don't flip Delver and I don't have a red card. So I have to just graveyard this. Even though it would be good, I just can't cast it. So just going to graveyard that. Try to flip this Delver. Kill the Giver. Attack for one. I guess they can just give it Pro Blue and then block. Okay. It's fine. So I just really want to draw a spell next turn. They need to bin it for Channeler. Why do you need to bin it for Channeler? I mean, I guess you could have a draw where you need to bin it for Channeler, but I'm often fine. Eternal Witness back, Giver of Ruins? Sure. So 2 card types. And then they replay Giver. They'll probably get basic here. They're down to 16 though, so if I flip Delver and then draw like a removal spell here, I might just be off to the races. Unholy Heat? Nice. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Just kill Giver again? I think so. And then I guess I can't turn on this DRC right now. I have creature, instant, potentially sorcery. I think I want to draw the Serum Visions though. I get to Surveil and I get to set up my Murktide pretty nice with this. Let's just top this. Again, because I don't get to turn this on anyway. And then attack for 3 in the air. Then we're drawing Serum Visions next turn, which should be great. They can start townshipping, but might be too late at this point. And I could still get comboed. Sword of Fire and Ice, equip, attack, kill Delver. Jeez. That's really bad. So now I have to win with this, which I can do. So I can't block. I wonder if they're going to kill DRC over Delver right here. That would be probably smart, honestly. They kill Delver. Okay. So now I go Serum Visions. An Unholy Heat. So if I top this, I can kill the Noble Hierarch. And then Surveil again. And then still Murktide. Or what I can do is I can just draw the Unholy Heat and then not kill the Noble Hierarch. And then my Murktide is only a 6/6, but that's a 2-turn clock. And I can still shock and just, again, leave up Unholy Heat. I think drawing it is good to kill a potential blocker for the Murktide, so I can guarantee to have a 2-turn clock from here. So let's just top it. Dragon Rage Channeler plus Thought Scour. They're going to be able to kill this DRC. I'm only going to get to... I have to think about this for a second. So if I draw the Thought Scour myself, then the DRC is like whatever. I wonder if there's any reason that I want to Unholy Heat right now. Kill this. I could bottom and then Unholy Heat this now to try to turn this on to hit for 3. They have 3 cards in hand. Taking them down on mana is actually decent. I'm actually going to do that, I think. I'm not sure about this line, but I'm actually going to do it. It's a Delver. Let's just graveyard that. And then shock. Exile all the spells. And then one more card. Okay, so now I hit them down to 11. They're going to attack and kill my DRC. And I cannot kill them with a bolt. But they can only hit for 6 if they shock me. So I'm not even dead next turn. I guess they could Gavany. Yeah, but they kill DRC, okay. Devoted Druid, okay, they can potentially combo next turn. Removal spell would be great just to prevent them from comboing. Oh wow, wasn't expecting Breeding Pool. Nice. I think I should just kill this now. Let's just attack. I guess I don't even need to. What could happen? They could like Coco in response to Unholy Heat or something. Just gonna play this tapped and then pass the turn. If they play something in order to combo, then I'll Unholy Heat this in response. Maybe this is wrong because they get a bunch of extra mana, but I can also save the Unholy Heat if they play like a Bird of Paradise or something. 7/7 flyer just might be enough. Okay, they Eladamri's Call, so they're gonna go for the combo, and then I get to break it up. So this was an incredible draw. Yeah, they get Vizier, they're gonna cast it, and then I'm gonna kill this in response, and then that should do it, because they can't kill me with this, and then I just have a 7/7 flying. If they go Vizier and I kill this, and then they have a bird to chump, I'll potentially still lose. They're going to draw a card first. Sure. I guess I could kill the Devoted Druid right now, considering I know they have Vizier, but I kind of want them to play it. They also go to 3, so it's kind of scary. They might die to Bolt if they do that. 3 mana. Eternal Witness here? That's not going to do it. They're like, no, they need to Vizier. Again, I'm kind of wanting them to have to play Vizier here. Yeah, they're going to do it. Then I Unholy Heat this in response. They can make 2 mana now. But it's all green mana. Can they get out of this? I'm not sure. Okay. They might need to let this Vizier resolve and then play another thing. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get out of this. We'll see. You just gotta wait. Okay, they killed their own Devoted Druid. They have 2 mana floating and 1 blue mana. No more white mana. I guess they can go the spell that brings it back from the graveyard and gives it haste. They go to 2. 4 mana. Port of Calling for 2 for a flying blocker. Yeah. Okay, so I just need to draw a bolt or a removal spell. No. Okay. Might as well just attack, but they're obviously going to block. So if I had bolted the Devoted Druid on my turn, I might have been able to win. Because I did give them some extra mana. I just thought it was worth it because I wanted them, like they Eladamri'd call, they had to go Eladamri's Call to get Vizier, so I forced them into that line. Otherwise, they could have just originally courted for a flying blocker. All right, they had Walking Ballista and Stoneforge. Not sure why they're showing me that, but sure. This should be great. Again, I don't think Shattering Spree is that great in the matchup. I know it's good against killing the equipment. Maybe it's just worth it to have. Subtlety's a little clunky. Again, I don't think I want Force of Negation. Can cut 1 bobble, but that's kind of greedy. Can cut 1 iteration, just because I don't know if I always have time for that. And I want to keep all these removal spells. Guess I don't think I can cut Thought Scour either. Could trim 1 Regent, but that seems like a good way to win. Okay, let's try this. I think this matchup should be good for me. Let's keep. Just gonna lead on this. Spire Bluff into DRC, and then I can play an upgraded Serum Visions on 2. Just, this seems great. I thought I was gonna win that last game. If I'm ever able to hardcast this should be pretty insane. Should be really strong. They're in the tank. They're going to keep their 7. This just gives me like a nice safety net. I know like they can go sword equip attack like they did last time, but it just allows me to not like just be stone cold to a batter skull or something. I know it doesn't kill Cauldron Complete, but it's so bold for them to get Cauldron Complete with Stoneforge, knowing that I have a bunch of burn spells to answer the Stoneforge. Like, it's a pretty risky line for them to get Cauldron Complete. I know they could have it and everything, but this is still good. Just answering Sword of Fire and Ice, killing the combo piece, or just killing Batterskull, you know, in a lot of situations. Because sometimes they are going to have to play spells and not have the Batterskull activation up, or even just forcing them to bounce Batterskull can buy you enough time. All right, they're really in the tank. Let me pause and come back when they made a decision. All right, looks like they kept 7. So let's just DRC here. Kind of messing up here. Let's see. Okay, recording's good. Let's go. Would be interesting just to subtlety, like a Giver of Runes or something, just to put a creature in the yard for this, but I don't think I want to do that. Just going to start with the Serum Vision's Path on upkeep. I mean, I can Thought Scour myself in order to put an extra card in the graveyard. I don't get the Serum Visions that this turn then. It's good with my Murktides though, because I get to, again, put an extra card in the yard. And I am going to get an island off this. I think I like it. Just bin pretty much anything just to put cards in the graveyard. Yeah, it's graveyard, mill 2, and then yes, use the ability, and drawing another DRC was fantastic. And a lightning bolt is good too. Having to path, he said, or the opponent said needed value. I mean, yeah, I wanted an extra card in my graveyard. What is this? Stoneforge Mystic. Get Batterskull. Walking Ballista for 1. So I have 3 card types. I think I'm just going to subtlety this, because then I go to 4 card types, and my DRC survives. And then I just have a 3/3 flying out, and it's harder for them to answer it. Put the Walking Ballista back on top, which I know is kind of risky as well, but I think it's good. Just kind of tempoing them here, or trying to. So Murktide off the top would be sick. I could bolt on upkeep, but I don't want to bolt right now. Spire Bluff is not a good draw. Okay. Now they're drawing Walking Ballista, which is not as good anymore. Giver of Ruins. Sure, I can bolt that and Surveil, which is nice. They're not going to play a Ballista, but I am going to bolt this right now. Get to Surveil. Murktide on top. Let's go. It's not even going to be that big yet. I guess it's only going to be a 5/5, but sure. Okay, I'll attack first. See, I have creature, instant, land, artifact. I might even want to leave 1 instant to keep this on to play around their Walking Ballista, so I'm only going to be able to make a 4/4, but still worth. Then let's just go Murktide, tapping the full amount here, exiling Thought Scour. Oh, I'm not going to be able to keep... I'm not going to be able to keep Delirium, am I? Because I have to exile 3 cards. And then my DRC goes down to a 1/1, and then their Ballista can kill it. I just need to wait. Because I need to exile 3 cards, and then I'll only have 3 cards in yard. Okay, I'm just going to wait. Sucks, but I don't want them just to answer my DRC with their Ballista. They're going Eladomri's Call. Okay. They're at 10. I need more burn spells, basically. They get Devoted Druid. Sure. Just play that and pass. And a tap land, okay. Burn spell would be perfect. Iteration is really good as well. I'll take it. Aether Gust. I mean, that's a really good card against Devoted Druid. I think I want to top it. Oh, jeez. All right, well, let's just draw the Thought Scour to hand and then exile the Lightning Bolt and bolt this right now. So hand the Thought Scour. I could even hand the Aether Gust, but I think handing the Thought Scour is better. Bolt this right now. Surveil. Bobble. Just graveyard this. I think. Yeah. Then I can Thought Scour myself right now in case I draw another land I want to play tapped. But I think I'll just attack and then I'll probably even Thought Scour them just in order to surveil to basically scry one on their end step to sculpt my draw. I think that's better than putting extra cards in the graveyard. Again, keeping the Aether Gust may have been worth it, but... And we can see here they're probably going to get... Oh, they get Path? So they can just path this? Okay, sure. At least they're not going to path my... What's going to be an 8/8 flying now. So... I can't set up a draw here because I'm going to get a land from path. So do I want to just Thought Scour myself and get to surveil a card into my yard? I think so. Oh, Fury. I can't draw. Oh. I Thought Scoured myself, so I could have drawn it. So I would have gotten the scry draw here. Damn. It's just so good in this matchup, but I'm just going to graveyard it. Putting it on bottom, or yeah, getting to surveil it, leaving it on top doesn't do anything because then I just mill it with Thought Scour. Could have Thought Scoured them, but oh, I milled my other Fury as well. That sucks. Okay. And I have 3 Scalding Tarns still in my deck. They have only 2 cards in hand, and I'm going to have a 1-turn clock with this. So they're going to need another removal spell here. Delver, okay. Let's just go Delver. And then max out a Murktide and play a Flooded Strand in order to scry with the Delver. So leave instant and sorcery. So I think it's fine if it's just a 7/7. Yeah, because they're at 6. Could have just exiled a land. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So they need something pretty good here. Looks like they're a little flooded. They can always cord for something, but they can cord for 4 here. They're just drawing a card. They might just be dead. Another path? Vizier, sure. They need an answer for this. Oh, don't they still have Walking Ballista? Okay. Are they not dead? They have Walking Ballista in hand, right? Aether Gust. I'd like to reveal it, yes. Do I want to draw it? I think so. Okay, they do have path. So I'm just going to choose not to use it, and I think I am going to draw. I was going to say I am going to draw the Aether Gust, but now I don't think I do because they have a Ballista, and they probably just need to use Ballista to answer this, and then I won't have anything left. So I'll just shuffle with the path. And then I get to hit them down. I need to just draw Bolt. Another Murktide, sure. Let's attack, and then just play another Murktide for the full amount. It's just going to be a 5/5. That's fine. Good draw, obviously. Now their last card's Ballista. And they probably can't combo. Yeah. They would have needed what's that card called? It's like X mana and then 1 black for Phyrexian mana. Return target creature with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste till end of, and then sacrifice the end of turn. So they can bring this back, give it haste, make infinite mana, and then Ballista me, but they obviously didn't have it. Nice. Advance to 2-0. That was a close one. Interesting that they're playing this combo rather than Heliod combo. Maybe Heliod combo is just not as good anymore with Solitude in the meta, but who knows? Advance to 2-0. Some sketchy games, not perfect play by me, but deck's carrying me. This deck is insane. See you in round 3. All right. Welcome to round 3. We're 2-0 with Blue-Red Delver. This hand. I mean, we have a Bolt and a Force, and then another Murktide. I was gonna say this hand is not good enough. I'm just gonna keep. We don't have any threats, but we do have pretty decent protection with this Force. If Bolt is decent, then this hand becomes better. Delver, nice. Let's go. Even if this Delver gets killed, at least that's more cards in the graveyard for these Murktides. I'm expecting it to die. Bolt. Okay, this could be Blue-Red Prowess. It could be some type of mirror. They're just passing the turn. I could have also played a fetch last turn, but I think I'll play a fetch now. Put another card in the yard. Most likely I'm going to play Spire Bluff next turn because it's the last turn it can be untapped. But I like playing Flooded Strand here. Alright, this could be Monkey Blade from the opponent. They probably just have Archmage Charm up here. I'm definitely going to play Spire Bluff and just have Hardcast Force up here. Could play Serum Visions as well, but I think I'm just going to wait. I'm not in a big rush. This game looks like it's going to go slow. And if they played an Archmage Charm, I could have considered just hardcasting this Force. Iteration. I think I'd rather still just Serum Visions this turn. I'm going to fetch Island Serum Visions. I suppose I could fetch Shock, but I'm just going to Island. Subtlety and another Force of Negation. I mean, these are both pretty good in the matchup. Don't get to draw any of them right now. I think I'm just going to top. Even though Force of Negation's clunky, it's still just like a pretty good counterspell, and it's also good with this Subtlety, so just let this happen. And then hopefully we can resolve these Murktides at some point. It's going to be tough to resolve spells here, but okay. Force of Negation on top. I probably should have bottomed that, because now I'm going to want to go Shock, right? I guess I'm just going to Iteration now, and if they counter it, they counter it, and then I'll just Shock pass. Alternatively, I could just pass the turn here and then just end of turn Subtlety. Alright, that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm just going to play a tap land, pass. And then if they do nothing, I'm just going to cast this Subtlety end of turn as a flash 3/3 flyer. And if they want to counter it, they can. I guess they can just bolt it, but then if they do that, then that's fine. Just get value out of this by just getting our 3/3 flying down. Okay, it's fine. Not going to force that. Just going to go iteration right now. Yeah, I like this line. I'm just taking it slow. All right. I mean, these seem good as well. What I can do is I can just take Murktide into hand and then exile a Thought Scour, play the Thought Scour right now. That's what I'm going to do. I know I don't have Force Up anymore, but I can potentially just cast a Murktide and see if they counter it. I'm going to exile the minimal amount of spells on the first one here. Ooh, I could also just play an iteration. This will probably get Cryptic, but I'm going to just play this. It's just, again, exile the minimal number of spells, which is 0. I guess I need to exile 1 spell to make it a 4/4 to play around Bolt. Alright. Keep the spells for the future Murktides. I guess it's kind of hard for them to tell. I guess they can just look at my exile to see what I delved. But I assume this is just going to get Cryptic or Archmage Charmed. Again, you want to wait to delve with the future ones because it makes this one bigger, first of all, and it's just like this one's likely to get countered anyway, so I don't want to use my spells that are in the yard to delve. I might just go Force Pitch Force here because Expressive Iteration is so good in these matchups, and I don't also want to pitch Murktide Regent. I know I can't force to protect this, but I'm saying if I have to force on their turn, I'll probably Force Pitch Force. If they try to tap out for like a Jace or a Teferi or something. They could have like Counterspell, Archmage Charm, Cryptic, or 2 out of those 3, and they're deciding which one, if any, to use, or if they're going to let this 4/4 flying resolve. I doubt they're going to let it resolve, but they could. Also have to be wary because Archmage Charm stealing our 1-drops is pretty annoying. It's just an easy 2-for-1 from them. I don't know what they're thinking about, just if they're going to counter it or not, or exactly how big this is. It's a 4/4 right now. Just had to do that to play around Bolt. Pop these graveyards out. Opponent deep in the tank here. 2 mana 4/4 flying that threatens to get bigger next turn if I play an additional Murktide. I mean, I could go Force pitch Murktide and save a second Force to either hardcast or just to keep, but wow, opponent really in the tank. I wonder if they're just not here, disconnected. I'll come back when they made a decision. All right, looks like they just decided to counter it, so that's fine. It's also why I exiled the minimum number of spells because I figured that one would get countered. It looks like I'm tapped out here, but I have multiple forces. I'm just going to lead on iteration now. This card is just so good. Wow, it just immediately resolved. So Serum Visions to hand, exile the DRC, play it. I know they can take it with a Archmage Charm, but I can't really do anything about that. I could have put this in hand and then played a Serum Visions and gone even slower, but I like this line. Now I can play a Murktide as well. I think I actually like that. I could also just play Serum Vision, Surveil, try to turn this on. I think I like playing Murktide. Let's do it. It's probably just going to get countered again. So this one's actually going to be pretty big. 6/6. Oh, I have to play a Spire Bluff. Okay. See if they just double bolt this Murktide. Path it. Wow, I'm surprised they have Path. Okay, resolves. Let's just get an island. And then Snapcaster Lightning Bolt. Okay. I guess they could just be straight up Jeskai control. It's what it's looking like. Okay, I can't counter this. I'd love to be able to hardcast these Force. Go to 16. This should be a pretty close matchup. Unholy Heat. It's an interesting one. Let's lead on Serum Visions. They have 3 cards left. They probably have more counter spells. I'd like to be able to protect this Murktide with Hardcast Force. So I might need to wait on it for a turn. Drew a Mountain and then Thought Scour on top. Let's bottom this Bauble and top the Thought Scour. And then go land, Unholy Heat this. And then, let's see, I have 4 cards in Yard. So I can tap 3 mana for this and then have 1 Hardcast Force of Negation up. That's probably worth it, just tempo-wise. Guess I should have bottomed the Thought Scour. Guess it's fine just to Thought Scour myself, though. Get value that way. I have no more basics. They have 4 cards in hand. They might not have many answers to this Murktide because they might play a lot of Prismatic Endings and not that many paths. Archmage Charm. They're going to draw 2. I think I want to just try to Hardcast Force on this. If they counter back, that's fine. I don't want them to find an answer to this. I'd like to just retain my 6/6 if possible. Here, let me close this window. It's kind of windy. Spell Queller. Okay, well, I can bolt this Spell Queller at some point. I can't right now, unfortunately. Okay, so they draw 2, but this is their turn. They play a Sulphur Falls. So they should probably have Stoneforge Mystic as well. So I'm just going to Thought Scour myself. Oh, Iteration, that's such a good draw. Let's play it. Okay, now I guess I need to just Lightning Bolt to hand. Yeah, this is better. And then I'm just going to play a Spire Bluff Canal, I think, rather than getting Tarn to fetch Shock. And then attack for 6. Guys, this is looking good. And I still have a Hardcast Force up, and I can Lightning Bolt the Spell Queller to force something else. Snapcaster Mage, they're going to try to Path, and then I'm going to Bolt the Spell Queller with Force Backup, and I should be fine here to counter this Path. I'm just going to Lightning Bolt this, and then I get to cast my Force of Negation. Rattle Chains. Okay, so I can just, I guess I can let them target the Spell Queller and then Lightning Bolt. This can give other spirits flash potentially that might not have flash. I'm shocked to see this. I guess it's just some Jeskai control spirits build. I don't know really now. I guess I just Lightning Bolt this again right now before this is in play. I don't know if it matters. Force of Negation, the Lightning Bolt. So now I just force their force, and then I get to counter everything, and they just end up with the Rattle Chains. So I bolt that, and then I get to cast Force of Negation on this. Then they have a rattle chains, but I still have a 6/6. They have 0 cards in hand, and so do I. Okay. I think I just want to kill this, hit for 6. And they need an answer off the top. That was pretty sick. Force of negation, nice. Just too many Murktides. Spellcaller to chump, okay. Buys them a turn, but they have a lot of non-creature spells in their deck, I'm sure. So it's just Jeskai Spirits in the 2/0 bracket. Interesting. It's like Jeskai Flash, kind of. Yeah, got him. Nice. Okay. Don't think I want Aether Gust, but I think these are good. Is Fury good? I don't really think so because a lot of times they're not going to be playing creatures that early. Like, I don't even know if they have Stoneforge Mystic. I mean, Blood Moon could get them, but I don't really think I want to be on that game plan. Force of Negation, you saw, like, it's not that good to pitch cast because this matchup can be kind of grindy. But I think Subtlety can be good because I can just hard cast that too. And Fury, again, is a little bit clunky against their Flash Spirits. So I think I'm just going to go like this. I love having Force in the main, but I also love siding it out. Alright, this looks good. Let's go game 2. Alright, game 2. I mean, I'm going to keep this hand. Just a million Delvers here. No reason to really bobble ourselves. Let's just go Bet Shock Delver. I can do a sick bobble trick here. Would you like to pay 2 life? Yes. Just cast Bobble, then cast Delver. So this Bobble trick is really nice with Delver. You basically bobble anytime on their turn, and then if it's a spell, you stack the triggers where you reveal the Delver first, and then you flip Delver. And if it's a non-spell, you stack the triggers so the Delver triggers on bottom and the Bobble draw triggers on top. So you draw that card, and then you get an extra look at Delver. So it basically, Bobble plus Delver gives you 2 chances to flip on Delver here, which is really nice. Okay, I'm just going to Bobble on their end step. This hand is good. I mean, I have all 1-drops. I could have even led Serum Visions, but I think I like just getting Delver down, especially with a Bobble here. Let's Bobble, oh no, Bobble ourselves again, because that's the trick. Let's not mess this up. It's a Scalding Tarn. Okay, that's a good draw, but I want to draw it before the Delver trigger. So we stack the triggers where I'm going to draw first. So stack the Delver trigger first, draw the Scalding Tarn, and then get another chance to flip Delver. Such a good combo, actually. Expressive Iteration. Yes, I want to reveal that card. Then attack for 3. They could potentially flash in a Rattle Chains here, and I could Lightning Bolt. I'm just going to play 2 more Delvers. I'm going to fetch Shock as well. They can't, whatever, play that Flash Spirit to eat this right now. Counterspell? Okay. The triple Delver draw. They're at 14, I'm at 14. But they have to fetch Shock for a lot of their lands as well. Yeah, if they Shock here and then pass, we know they have Spell Queller. That's, I always forget names. Archmage, Charm, Steel, Delver. Okay. I probably just have to bolt that. There's just nothing I can really do. Thought Scour, nice. Flipping Delvers feels pretty good. So I could get greedy in Iteration to try to hit a land, but I think that's way too greedy. I want to kill this now. So let's Serum Visions. I draw an Unholy Heat. I'm probably down to Unholy Heat this because I might be able to bolt their face twice, kill them next turn. Yeah, drawing both of these seems fine. I guess I don't need Thought Scour, but I'll take a Flooded Strand. Just kill this now, and then attack for 3. And yeah, I almost have lethal depending on what they do. Archmage Charm, steal it. Jeez. Just clean 2-for-1s with those Archmage Charms. But I can get sort of 2-for-1s with this. So now I can fetch Island Iteration. That seems worse. I could just play Iteration. And I can always fetch Shock again. Let's just do that. Okay. So Murktide Regent to hand. And then I just get kind of punished here if I want to bolt this right now. Because I won't be able to play Serum Visions. I mean, they have a lot of counter spells. I kind of want to kill this now. And just, I guess I have to lose the Serum Visions. I just really want a Murktide. I also really want to kill the Delver right now. It just sucks. I'm just going to get greedy and play the Serum Visions. It's just good to draw an extra card too. Another iteration. Let's go bottom, top, and pass the turn. Again, if I die to this Delver, it sucks, but I can beat a Spellcaller because I have Double Bolt. Okay. So I can just try to Lightning Bolt this right now, and then I crush a Spellcaller. I think I like this. It's just Lightning Bolt. I doubt they're going to have 2 counters. I guess they could have like some type of counterspell plus a Force of Negation. But then I'd still be able to just resolve a huge Murktide. If this just resolves, I probably just play Iteration now. See if they counter this. They remand it. Okay. Now I think I'm just going to play a Steam Vents tapped. Yeah, let's just play it tapped. I'm at 10. I don't really want to take 2. Lightning Bolt me. Wow, that's aggressive. That's really aggressive. I don't know about that. So I have 12 cards in yard. I can just tap out, basically tap 2 mana to play a huge Murktide. Kind of want to just iteration first. Maybe can set this up with counter backup. No Cryptic from them. So I can go Subtlety to hand, exile the Thought Scour, play Thought Scour right now. Or I can take another land. I think I want to go Subtlety to hand. Exile the Thought Scour. Thought Scour myself. And then just leave up Bolt and Thought Scour if I don't draw another land. Draw Bobble. Alright, let's Bobble myself. Could Bobble them, but I think I like Bobbling myself here. It's a DRC. Okay. Let's just pass the turn. Wouldn't be surprised if they just fire off another Bolt here. They could have Helix, but I don't know. I mean, it's weird that they're Jeskai control with a small Spirits package, it looks like. Rattle Chains. Okay, I'm going to try to Bolt that in response to the trigger. They're going to remand this or something? Counterspell. Okay. Wonder if I'm just dead. I'm drawing the DRC. Get hit for 2 down to 5. They only have 1 red source and 2 cards in hand. I think I'm looking okay here, especially with a free spell. I also don't hate going down to 4. Let's play Delta. I guess the life could potentially matter. Let's lead on play DRC. And then let's just play Murktide Regent as an 8/8. So let's leave an instant and a sorcery. Okay, play 8/8. If they had some creature, I could subtlety. Do I want to go to 4 and play a Serum Visions? I think so. It's a little bit risky, but I like it. I also get to Surveil, which is nice. Let's just graveyard this. What do I draw? I draw an Expressive Iteration. That's nice. And another Murktide next turn, bottom, top. This is looking pretty solid. I can Subtlety pitch Thought Scour here. And they Spell Queller right now. Pretty sure I'm just going to Subtlety this. Just seems like a great tempo play, and I don't want to die to anything random. I want them to have Spell Queller back in hand, because they're going to have to like chump, basically. Let's just evoke this, pitching this. I guess they can counterspell this, but I'd rather them just have to draw Spell Queller again. Okay. So they can't attack. So if I attack with both, they have to block Murktide Regent, and I can play another one post-combat. So let's just attack with both. I also have Iteration to potentially go for the win. They're probably just going to chump here. Oh, they have Path. Wasn't really expecting that, to be honest. Okay, their last card is Spell Queller. They're going to 6. Let's start with Oh no, because then they Spell Queller the Iteration. So I just play an 8/8 flying, and then just don't play Iteration. So sorcery, instant, and then I can exile any other number of spells. I guess I can exile one more spell because I have creature, artifact, land, and then I need instant or sorcery. And I have a sorcery in hand, so I'd rather exile the sorcery and then just a land, which is big enough because it's a 7/7 flying. And then again, I'm not going to cast Iteration and just allow it to be spell colored. They have to flash this in anyway. And so now if they top deck a removal spell, I die, but sure. I guess I could have not attacked with Regent, but I like attacking there. They had to have Path or they get crushed. Now I'm going to lead on Iteration, I think. Ooh, let's lead on this so I get to double Surveil. Graveyard. Just gross, honestly. Top. Can play that off the Iteration. Oh, and Mystical Dispute to hand. It's got to be good enough, right? Just cast this. And then attack with both. Still have 2 good blockers. Because this has to attack each combat, but it can block. Right, they're going to 3. No spell from them? Okay. They can't cast Double Lightning Bolt, and we get there. Nice. Wow. That was a cool deck from the opponent, but I don't really see the huge draw for that Spirits package. I guess it's just because like Rattle Chains and Spell Queller are quote like good cards, and then you want to play all these good spells, but I mean they took control of 2 of our Delvers, and then it's still like, yeah, 2-for-1 does it. It took the Delver and I had to bolt it, but I just got the card advantage back by playing a bunch of Iterations. That card is just nuts. That Iteration is just where you want to be right now. It's honestly a little overpowered. So 3-0, let's go round 4. All right, welcome to round 4. We're 3-0 with Blue Red Delver. We're on the play. Yeah, same looks great. This hand looks fantastic. Snap keep, double DRC. It's way better than Delver. So again, I do want to test Monkey in this deck, Ragavan, but Delver's been solid. All your threats having flying is really important, like I've talked about. And being a blue card for Force when you have a 4 Force of Negation deck now is really important as well. So there's just a lot of factors. Lightning Bolt here. Fatal Push. Oh, Inquisition. Take my other DRC probably. I wonder if I just jam Fetch Land into Iteration. Because then I'm pretty likely to turn on this DRC. I have Creature, Sorcery, Land. I just need Instant or Bobble. Let's see what I draw. Unholy Heat. I think I'm going to jam Iteration. It might just be like, I might only get one card out. Oh god. Ruin's going off. One sec. Alright, I gotta find where I was here. I think I'm gonna play Iteration. There was this nice lady outside and she was just wanted to see if she could get a lemon off my tree, and of course Lewin, my dog, was just freaking out. I'm gonna just fetch Island, Serum, or not Serum Visions, fetch Island, Iteration, and I get to Surveil as well. I'm very likely to be able to turn on this DRC and at least get one card out of Iteration, maybe still two if I hit a Bobble. Okay, Surveil. It's a Subtlety. I don't think I want Subtlety. It's just graveyard that. And there's Bobble. Nice. So this works to turn on DRC and gives me two cards. So I go Delver to hand, get rid of Steam Vents, exile Bobble, cast it, Surveil. I don't want another land, graveyard. And then I'll just bobble them. I guess I have to bobble them now to turn this on. Lightning Bolt on top. Well, that sucks. This is probably Spike's black red. No, it's not because they don't have Luris. Is it just maybe a Death Shadow deck? Either black red Shadow or Grixis Shadow. Oh, maybe black white red Shadow. It's definitely a possibility. Oh, Dashing or Ragavan. We knew. Oh, so we know they revealed Bolt, so they're going to try to see if they can hit something good off the top of our deck. I mean, Ragavan is really good. If they hit a Bolt, then I get crushed. Serum Visions. See if they want a Lightning Bolt or cast the Visions. Casting Visions is good value, but then I get another hidden with this. Okay, they're just Lightning Bolting. Okay, fine with that. They get Ragavan back in their hand. Okay, let's go. Just Steam Vents untapped. Delver. Pass the turn. I probably am just going to Thought Scour myself end of turn, but we'll see. Stoneforge Mystic, okay. So they still have Ragavan in hand. I'm just going to kill this with Lightning Bolt, I think, because I can Unholy Heat the Germ. So let's Thought Scour myself. It's another Thought Scour. I'm just going to Lightning Bolt this because I might want to Thought Scour myself on upkeep after reveal, potentially. So let's just Lightning Bolt the Stoneforge. And of course, they can't put in Batterskull yet. So we know their hand is Batterskull, Ragavan, and 3 unknowns. Steam Vents. Do you want to reveal this card? No, and I don't want to draw Steam Vents. Murktide is a great draw, though. So let's just play Flooded Strand, play an 8/8 Murktide, and attack for 1. So I can leave an instant in the yard and a sorcery. Okay. They need Path, basically, which I don't even know if they're going to play Path in the main in that deck. Wow, Vindicate. Okay, wasn't really expecting that. We'll just leave the fetch uncracked for this Delver. If it's a card we don't want, we can always fetch. Man. Kind of getting wrecked here. I think I'm fine just to get a tapped Steam Vents. Could have been bad if I drew exactly iteration, but this is looking fine. We know they have Monkey plus Batterskull here. I have an answer to the Monkey. And they have 3 other cards now. Another Stoneforge Mystic. Do they have Sword of Feast and Famine or Sword of Fire and Ice? Sword of Fire and Ice. Okay. And just cast Ragavan. I mean, they're pretty far from playing and equipping this. I think I just want to Unholy Heat the Stoneforge right now. I also get to Surveil with this DRC to try to flip. Just yield to this. Makes it easy. Force of Negation. Definitely top, because I can counter either of the equipment. So that's a good one. Then I just have 6 power in the air, which is a 2-turn clock as well. Do you want to reveal this card? Yes. I'm not going to fetch. And even if they hit a removal spell on their Ragavan hit, I can just force that. Then they need another removal spell. They're going to start by hitting. Just have to let that happen. The hit and Unholy Heat, that's annoying. I'm going to force it though. Because again, then they need another removal spell. And if they just cast Sword after this, it doesn't do anything because they're dead in the air. They're going to try to bait with a sword. I'm not going to bite. Oh, Croxa. Oh, in order to make me discard this. Okay. So this is like... Yeah, just like... This is just like Mardu good cards, basically. Okay, so they're going to get to kill one of my threats. There's nothing I can do about this Croxa. If they have another removal spell in hand, I'm really wrecked. They're probably just going to Unholy Heat this, and then... Yeah. So my other Steam Vents is milled right now, but I think I have an island left. I wonder if I want to fetch on my fetch island here to thin. I think it's probably worth. Okay, well, that sucks. I think I need to attack. It sucks because now they can go play sword, equip, hit, make a treasure, kill Delver, and then I need to top deck a lightning bolt. So I'm in rough shape here. I'm also almost dead. I can still win. I just need to find a bolt. I have most of my bolts left, I think. Oh no, I have 2 bolts left. It's not looking good. I also had to attack because if I don't attack, they just go sword equip and then I can't block anyway, so. Yep. Maybe I should have just kept the land in hand this time. Maybe they don't go for sword equip to play around like Unholy Heat or something, but it's too late now. Let's just let them hit. Thought Scour. Okay. They can Thought Scour. And Mountain's not gone, right? No. Mountain's still in the deck. I'm gonna thin that out. Go to 5 and try to draw a Lightning Bolt. Thought Scour targeting themselves. Season Pyro for value. And they play Plains. Top deck, Lightning Bolt 1 time. 2 bolts in the deck. So I have 2 out of 29. I can also draw Serum Visions as a redraw, Thought Scour as a redraw. Most other things do not win me the game. Expressive Iteration can find it. Delver. Close game, close game. Thought I was going to win that one too. Just didn't quite get there. So they have Seasoned Pyromancer as well. So they're just like Mardu good cards again. Don't think I want Gust. I think Counterspell is okay, but most of their spells are pretty cheap. I probably want to side out some number of forces. Fury like doesn't seem great. I guess I can bring in Shattering Spree because they have Stoneforge. And then do I want to bring in just 2 counter spells over the forces? Keep the subtleties? Because I can just hardcast those. I don't hate this. I can also bring in Fury over something like Subtlety because I can also just hardcast a Fury. Maybe that's better. I can also just use it to kill a Stoneforge Mystic if I have to. Alright. It can also answer just like a Germ or something. Right, let's go game 2. Alright, on the play. Yep. Keep this. This hand looks fantastic. Just gonna lead Channeler. Hope it survives. If not, try to set up a quick Murktide. Little T. Wake myself up here. Yeah, his hand is solid. His art is good. So how can we lose? In a monkey? We're just removal spell here. Fatal Push. Got it. Alright, I think I like Fetch Island, Thought Scour myself, and then cast Serum Visions. I can also just leave up Counterspell. Actually, I like that. Let's just do that. Just pass. If they just go for Stoneforge here, I can just counter it. If they go for Ragavan Dash, I can counter that. I just want them to play any spell. Perfect. I think I'm fine to just get Island. This is just so nice that I'm able to just utilize Counterspell here, and then I can go Thought Scour into Murktide next turn if I want. It might not necessarily be that huge of a Murktide, but it's probably worth. I can just fetch, get another island. I actually like it because I have another Steam Vents already for an extra red source. I take less damage. Thought Scour myself. We did hit a Shattering Spree, but not many spells, so this is only going to be a 6/6. Still obviously pretty good. And then we'll just leave Land Channeler. They need like a Vindicate, basically. I guess they could have Path as well. Wow, I wonder how many Vindicates they have. That is pretty good against me. Might as well start with Serum Visions here, I suppose. Unholy Heat. So iteration on top, I definitely want to draw. Let's go bottom, top, play this tapped, play Bobble, and I'm going to Bobble on their turn to protect myself from like a Thoughtseize, so my iteration can't get Thoughtseized, because I know that's on top. From the Serum. Yeah, they're just Mardu good cards. I think this is a rough matchup for this deck. My brother and I played this matchup once. It might have been the same opponent. I think we lost. Just because they have so much removal, it makes it tough. Right, let's let them attack and then just Unholy Heat this. Pretty easy. And then I'll just bobble them on their end step. They're going to play Stoneforge as well? Their draws have also been solid. Push into Stoneforge into Vindicate, nice curve into Dash Ragavan into Stoneforge. That's a really good 1 through 4. Okay. Assume they're going to get Batterskull, so even if I kill this, they can just play Batterskull. Definitely in trouble. I guess they could get Sword of Fire and Ice to get Batterskull. Makes sense. And they're drawing Prismatic Ending. Good to know. Draw Iteration and a Regent. Nice. That gives me a chance. Okay. These are all really good. So they're drawing Prismatic Ending. So that being the case, I would want Channeler, but that just gets answered. And I think it might be better to bolt the Stoneforge Mystic and take Iteration and then play Murktide. So this turn I'm going to take Iteration into my hand, bolt the Stoneforge, because I don't want them just to be able to put Batterskull into play end of turn for 2 mana. I'd rather them have to tap out, and then I get to Iteration again next turn. So Iteration into hand, and then just... 1 sec again, jeez. All right, another delivery. Dog was going off. Okay, so choose one to put on the bottom of your library. Again, I'm going to put Channeler on the bottom. I know it just trades with Ending, but I do want to answer this, and I'd rather have this over Channeler in my hand. So Channeler gone, Exile Bolt, Lightning Bolt this, and then play a maxed out Murktide, because this does not get Prismatic Ending, which I can pay 2 life, yes. And then Murktide, exiling all my spells, and then 1 more card. I guess creature. Now they need another Vindicate, basically, and I still have another iteration to gas up again next turn. Opponent says, LOL, what were you tanky on? And I was like, sorry, package delivery, dog goes off. So they just cling, targeting Bobble to draw a card. Okay. What was the other card? Oh, we know they have Batterskull in hand. Okay, okay. Okay, this sucks. So I suppose I'm just taking a Steam Vents to hand that I can just play tapped, and then exile Bobble, play it on, and then crack it on their turn. And then just hopefully this is just a two turn clock with this Regent. Okay. We were able to successfully navigate through a package delivery. That was good. The counterspell on the Stoneforge on the play was just so massive. I don't think I want Aether Gust. I could get them with a Blood Moon, but I don't think I want to fight that game. I just want to fight the value game with Iteration. And again, maybe they have some number of Path, but they probably only have Path and Vindicates as answer to this. I wonder how many Vindicates they have. Maybe they have 4. That would be kind of sick if they did, but yeah, let's just submit. This looks good. I just like how Fury compared to Subtlety, like if I just Subtlety one of their plays, a lot of their creatures like Stoneforge and Ragavan are cheap, and Ragavan even can be dashed. But if I just Fury the thing, I deal with it forever. And hard casting a Fury seems a lot better than hard casting a Subtlety, because this is a 3/3 double strike that kills something. So I like running it this way. Let's go game 3. All right, game 3 here, going for the 4-0. Easy mulligan. Opponents on the mulligan as well. And this one isn't good, but I actually have to keep, and it's not the worst in this matchup because I just have like card selection and card advantage, which is good against like Thoughtseize, Inquisition, and removal. It's bad if they just play like a turn 1 Ragavan and I have no answer, but think I'm fine to bottom to get rid of a Thought Scour here. So I don't want to see turn 1 Ragavan on the play. Oh god. Thoughtseize, I don't care. Oh no, it's a Ragavan. Alright, one of my 8 removal spells? No. Well, it's gonna hit me. There's nothing I can do. Could have also fetched Shocked there. Maybe I should have. So this is actually really sweet what you can do with Serum Visions, which I played incorrectly last time. I think I got lucky, but I can just go top the Spire Bluff. They're gonna attack with Ragavan, and then I exile Spire Bluff. They don't get to cast anything. Then I'll draw Unholy Heat for my next turn. So top, pass. Got to be really careful scrying and stuff against Ragavan. So again, I get rid of that land, and then I'm able to draw the Unholy Heat, which is nice, and I can go like Unholy Heat plus Delver next turn. No Stoneforge, please. Don't Stoneforge. Don't do it. Vindicate my land. Okay, well that's actually fine. Now I'm just going to kill this right now, I think. Just going to fetch Shock, kill the monkey. I guess I should wait 2 attacks, because then they can't dash in a second one. Check to pay 2 life, yes. Maybe they were just hoping that gets me. I don't know if that was the best play from them. Yeah, I should just wait for attacks, I think. I don't know how I get blown out here. I don't think they have any protection or anything. This just protects against second Ragavan dash. I guess they could go Thoughtseize or Inquisition. Just let them attack. Looks good. Inquisition. Probably take Iteration, honestly. Because this game's going to go a bit longer. I guess they could take Delver. But I think it's between those. I don't think they're taking Visions. And I would be surprised if they don't take Iteration. Seems like a pretty obvious take to me, actually. Yeah. Okay, it's annoying. Alright, I can bobble myself here to see if it's a removal spell and if I want to draw it with Serum Visions. It's a Shattering Spree. Okay, I definitely do not want to draw that. So I think I can fetch Island. I guess I can fetch Steam Vents. It's probably worth. Reject pay 2 life. Yes. Let's go Serum Visions, try to draw a removal spell. No, but there is a Bolt. I think I need to get less greedy and just go top the Lightning Bolt, top the Flooded Strand in case they go removal spell on Delver, hit with Ragavan. I don't want my Bolt to get exiled, so let's go top, Delver. But I think I will trade for the Ragavan here if they attack. Oh no, I forgot about the bobble. Oh no, now they can exile my Lightning Bolt and cast it. Fuck. I should have just drawn the Lightning Bolt and given them a random card. Okay, well now they just get to bolt me if they want to use their treasure. This isn't the end of the world. It's not great, obviously, but... Okay, they Lightning Bolt. Oh no. Season Pyromancer, they're going to ignore the Lightning Bolt. Okay. So I guess I'm going to bobble myself. See what it is before I Flooded Strand. It's a Dragon Rage Channeler. And I do have Delirium, so that can just brick wall their board. I mean, that's definitely good enough to draw. So let's just lead on Iteration. Take a Channeler into hand. Bottom a Steam Vents. Exile a Channeler. Fetch Shock Channeler. Taking a lot of damage off my lands here. Hope they just don't have a removal spell. And if they do, I can still come back potentially. Quick Fatal Push from the opponent. I'm getting hit down to 3, and they Ragavan me as well. Then I get to play 2 more creatures next turn. It's a Murktide region. I don't think they can cast it. They would need another treasure. Bolt. Or do they have a DRC? They have a Nihil Spellbomb. It is actually pretty good. Removal spell off the top, please. Okay, they play a tap land. Removal spell. Tarn. Tarn is not good. I have to also just take 2 off this Season Pyro, most likely. I could make a really interesting play here of Shattering Spree the Treasure to Surveil. And there's a chance I can turn this on, right? Because I have Sorcery, Land. No, I can't. But I do get to Surveil to try to set up Delver flip, but I'm going to have to block with Delver on Ragavan. So I just need to pass. Hope they don't have anything. So my plan is to... Oh, then this is going to have to attack. I basically just need to flip on a removal spell here to survive. I guess what I can do is I can block the Ragavan with the DRC because this has to attack in the future. Then just try to flip the Delver, trade with the Season Pyro. I think that's actually the line. Because if I Delirium this, main 1, it's going to have to attack, but Delver can always stay back. This game's just going to be rough, regardless. I'm at 1. I cannot ever crack Scalding Tarn, so I need to flip. Thought Scour, yes. Want to reveal that. Thought Scour myself. Unholy Heat. I can't play it now because they can activate this, but I can attack now. I know they can dash in Ragavan, but sure. Okay, this is very precarious here. Especially because when I kill this Season Pyro, they're going to get to make 2 1/1s. Don't know how I'm supposed to get out of that. I have like no way to kill them either, so... Don't know if I have outs. I guess I could draw Murktide, play it, and then have 2 blockers for their 1/1s. Okay, well... Technically not dead. Again, they just make 2 1/1s here. Any removal spell kills me. Probably going down. This has been a great match, though. Wow, okay. They're trading for a Delver and letting me eat 1 elemental. So that lets me survive. And they just have a land? Okay. Murktide? Thought Scour. Okay, we're doing it. Another one. Let's go. And a fetch land. Just gonna hold that in hand. Gonna attack. I need to try to kill them. Not like playing Delta does anything. They didn't want to get their Triome. Maybe if they draw it, they can cycle it. That makes sense. Fatal Push the Delver. Okay. Murktide. 1-time Murktide. Counterspell. Okay. Okay. I think they should have just sat there with both elementals because then I don't get to eat 1 and then I can't attack. There we go. Unfortunately, I can't leave up Counterspell here, but I'm definitely casting this because this just allows me to win next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they need an answer. I cannot fetch, so I do not have Counterspell up. But they need an answer for this Murktide right now. Wow. They say wow. Insanely unlucky. Love to see it. Yeah. Must have had 20 outs in my deck. Well, that'll happen. Cannot believe we won that match. Again, I think they messed up the turn they attacked with both Seasoned Pyromancer elementals. If they just left those there, well, maybe not, because then I flip Delver, and then what are they doing? So at least they're trading for a Delver. But yeah, because I'm at one, so even if I flip Delver, I can't attack with anything. And then they have more outs to draw removal spells, and they still have their 1/1 sitting there. So I think that's where they lost the game, because then with this Fatal Push, it would have been, they could have gotten, all they needed to get it through was for 1 damage. So I think they might have misplayed when they attacked with both. So yeah, can complain all you want, but comes down to plays a lot of times. I drew incredibly well at the end, drawing the Delver in order to chump, and then drawing the Murktide. I mean, I could have drawn the Murktide when I drew this, but drawing the Murktide just in time, and the opponent didn't draw well. So, whew, keeping the streak alive. I have an insane record with this deck. Um, Currently, I am 18-1 in the last 4 leagues, and I'm on a plus 9 win streak. I think I went 2 wins and then lost my third match in the second league, if I'm not mistaken. So I think I'm on a what 11 win streak right now, and then if I win this last one, 2 5-0s in a row, and 3 5-0s out of the last. If I 5-0 this, it would be 3 5-0s out of the last four, and then the other one was a 4-1 to be 19-1, which is honestly just an insane record. Absolutely insane. This deck is bonkers. I hope you're not getting bored of me playing this deck, because I mean, I just want to keep playing it. I'm doing so well with it. It's like I'm just like racking up the chests, the tickets online. I'm having a lot of fun. It's just been great. I'm loving it. So let's go round five. Try to 5-0 this thing. All right, round five. This hand actually looks really good. It's, you know, an extra land. Maybe 1 land too many, but it's fine. I wonder if I need to Scalding Tarn. Turn 1 Ragavan, though. Okay. I think I want to just bobble myself to see if it's a removal spell on top. Bobble myself. It's a Thought Scour. I guess I'm still just playing Delver to try to block. Ragavan on the play is so threatening compared to on the draw. So it's a Thought Scour on top. Do I want Thought Scour? I think no. I mean, I guess it's good with Regent, but I guess it's good enough. I can double Thought Scour next turn and then just try to play a massive Regent on 3. And then I just maybe don't even need to turn at all. Wow, they're letting me trade Delver for Ragavan. Sign me up. They're probably just going to jam a second Ragavan. No, a Dothy Voidwalker. Wow, that actually wrecks me too, because I can't put cards into my graveyard, so I just need to naturally draw a removal spell now. Burn spell. Force of Negation. Alright. I don't really want to Thought Scour them either. But if I Thought Scour myself, they just get a bunch of cards with void counters on them, so... Is it cast the card? You may play the card, so they can play a land. They're probably not going to. They probably want to start hitting with it. All right, let's just go Thought Scour you. As much as that sucks, it's a Delver. All right, let's just play Delver. Wow, that Dothy Voidwalker on the play just wrecked me. That was just so rough, because if I was on the play, oh, this is just Jund. All right, well, I have to force this. I guess I'm pitching the Murktide at this point. Murktide is good in this matchup, but they also might just have removal for it. I need to do this. They're gonna attack for 3. Yeah. Dothy Voidwalker on the play on 2, just wrecking me. Alright, let's see. It's a subtlety. Don't think. I mean, I guess I can draw the subtlety and just use it to try to race. It's not like ideal. If I mill it, they can cast the subtlety. I guess, sure. Let's just mill it. Don't love Thought Scour myself when they have this in play either. Okay, sure. Draw land. It's not where I want to be either. It's just brutal. I need to play Tarn because I can use it in conjunction with a Delver trigger to scry again. So I need to play the Tarn. Yeah, me on the play, I could have gone turn 2 Double Thought Scour, turn 3 Murktide Regent. And yeah, they would have played a Voidwalker on too, but I would have been able to get the Murktide down. And now I just can't do that, so pretty rough. Can still win. So they didn't attack. So they're going to K command. Wow. Deal 2 and I discard a card. I'm just going to hardcast Force of Negation here. I guess they can Voidwalker hardcast Force of Negation too, but sure. I have to go for this. At least then I kill their Voidwalker if that's the case. So they're choosing a card they own, and it's going to be Force of Negation, I assume. Yeah. Okay. So they force target force. But this is a fine trade for me, I think, because I don't care about either of these cards in my hand. So yes, they kill Delver and make me discard, but it's just an extra land in hand. Doesn't really matter. I mean, drawing a Delta is obviously terrible, but... Okay. Pass the turn. Then I'm just going to fetch for a tap land, end of their turn. Now they don't have a Voidwalker in play, so... Goyf, though. Okay. Can still just draw an Unholy Heat. Bolt. It's not ideal. Let's hold the island to play around future Kolgan's commands. Yeah, and they didn't even get back their Ragavan. I go to 11. Just not having a removal spell for that first Voidwalker was bad. And they're Boomer Jund because they don't have Lura's Companion. So they might have Liliana or Bloodbraid Elf or something. Kind of surprising. Okay. Now I'm probably dead because I just died to these Glyphs now. Because even if I draw an Unholy Heat, it's not enough because they hit for 8 here, down to 3. I mean, I suppose I'll keep playing. Maybe I draw a Murktide that's somehow big enough, but I don't think so. Okay. So can Murktide do it? Channeler. So let's go bottom, top, play iteration. Oh no, I can't. I can't. I'm dead. Yeah. Okay. Go too big. This also seems like a rough matchup just because Jund is just like has a lot of removal for all of our stuff. Force of Negation actually might be good. Maybe I don't want Fury because I need to counter Ren in 6. Subtlety I can hard cast. I can side out like 2 Delvers. I think I want all the Force of Negations. Subtlety seems so-so, but it might just be a good enough tempo play. Maybe I just bring in 2 Gust and side out 2 Delver and just call that a day. Just don't over sideboard here. Is Counterspell good? Seems good, especially on the play. Maybe Aether Gust is what I don't want. Just bring in 2 counter spells for 2 Delvers. Alright, I think I'm going to keep the forces and the subtleties. And just try to level their Ren and 6s this way. I don't even know if this is correct either. Drake to play first, yes. Alright, let's keep. If they play a removal spell on my DRC on their turn, I'm going to force it for sure. This hand actually looks pretty good. So I get to get DRC down and then have force up on their turn. Looks good. Ragavan. Okay, well I can just kill that. And turn this on, hopefully. Let's just start with an Unholy Heat. Surveil. I don't think I want this land. It's just graveyard. And then Thought Scour myself to try to turn this on. Don't want that land. And we don't hit. Kind of unfortunate, but drawing Bolt is good. I guess if they dash Ragavan, it could be bad. I'm gonna Voidwalker. I'd like to see, oh, Stomp. All right, well, I need to Force of Negation this. And I get to Surveil as well. Don't think I want another Force of Negation. It's just Graveyard. Serum Visions is a great draw. Might allow me to turn this on. So let's see, I have Creature. I don't know, this turns it on, right? Because I have instant creature land right now. So Serum Visions itself turns it on. I don't think I want a Subtlety, so let's Graveyard that. Draw Thought Scour, it's a good draw. And then definitely want to draw the DRC next turn. Let's Graveyard this, top this, and then attack them. I might just not Thought Scour. Because after playing the second DRC, Thought Scour is going to be really, really good as well. As just like a scry 2 draw. Terminate. Because I can Thought Scour them, leave the DRC on top and draw it, and then just draw another random card. I'm not really in a rush to do that, though. Suppose I could hit a Murktide more quickly. Regardless, I'm going to top anyway, just see if they have another land or any other play. It's a Raging Ravine. So I'd have to Thought Scour them, which I don't love. I'm just going to wait. I'm not in a rush because I know I'm drawing this and I have an extra blue mana anyway. So let's just do this. Pass the turn. And now, if they kill this DRC, I can Thought Scour them in order to scry one. Liliana. It's going to be a 2-for-1 here. There's nothing I can do. I will Thought Scour them to scry one. Then I'll probably just Unholy Heat this. Thought Scour them. Set up my next draw. Murktide top. Draw it. I sack. Now I really do need to draw another land. Would be great. I don't. I don't really want to let them plus Lily either, so I'm just going to go Serum Visions. And then probably just Lightning Bolt this, save the Unholy Heat. I mean, I guess I don't need land, but I'll take another Lightning Bolt. Top that, then bolt this right now. Pass. I'm drawing Lightning Bolt, and I'm hopefully going to play an 8/8 flying next turn. Oh, God. Brutal. These Nihil spell bombs have been pretty timely for my opponents here. Okay, I can at least just kill this. Right now, it's just Unholy Heat this. Pass. Land attack with a Ravine could be pretty bad. Okay, Voidwalker, I can kill that. Let's just kill that now. My Bolt gets exiled, and then I Serum Visions. It's a Tarn. Okay, these are both really good. Maybe I don't have time for this counterspell. I might also have to fetch if they fire a Pervine. I think I'm going to bottom, top, play Tarn, go. Again, if they fire a Pervine, I'm going to have to bolt it. Tarmogoyf 6/7. Okay, that's a problem. Need to draw the iteration. Then I think I'm just going to fetch Mountain now. Play this. I don't want to play a 5/5 Murktide, that's for sure. So let's just go iteration. Wow. Do I need another land in the graveyard? No. Let's just go island, library, exile, play this. And then I guess just plan on bolting them and then untap, play a big Murktide. It's not good. Kind of hope they play a green source and try to fire up Ravine. Inquisition. Okay, well, lightning bolt you. Definitely in rough shape here. I guess I can play a 7/7 Murktide. Liliana make me discard, and then I'm just gonna have to sacrifice. So I need to top deck Unholy Heat here. Kind of just getting junded. Damn. I think that means I'm dead. Because I can just sack this and then even fire up Ravine and kill me if they have a land. Let's see. Do I need to exile my graveyard? I think I just do. And they just make me sack with Liliana. GG's. Even Unholy Heat's not going to do it. I don't really have any outs to this. Stomp me, stomp me. So they're just really mid-rangey. GG's. Liliana does give them a good out to Murktide. I mean, we still were able to 4-1. Not able to get the back-to-back 5-0s, but yeah, the deck is going really well. I didn't really get to test any of the sideboard changes. I'm still not sideboarding that much. I wonder if there's still other sideboard cards that I want. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. If you have any ideas for the sideboard, please let me know, because yeah, I'm not sure what else I should have in the board. There's got to be some other good options. One thing I thought of that I could do, which I don't even know if I need to, is play one Hallowed Fountain in the main deck over one of the fetch lands, and then play with some white sideboard cards. Like I can play Wear Tear, I can play Timely Reinforcements, I could play Stony Silence. So I could play a bunch of white cards in the sideboard off one Hallowed Fountain. But I don't think I want to do that. Playing the one Hallowed Fountain is actually a little bit of a cost. It might be worth, because I don't even know how good these counterspells are out of the side, but deck felt good. I'm not even sure I liked the fourth Force of Negation either. I think it's fine. Again, I'm going to side it out a lot of the time, but I think it wasn't bad. Anyway, thanks for watching. My channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. Go check it out, sub to the channel, like this video, and until next time, peace.